Pope is dead. The throne is vacant.
Well, Cardinal Lawrence, it seems the responsibility for the Conclave falls upon you.
Here we go. Starting off the 4 months of Oscar segment for this year's Oscars, the 97th Academy Awards, where I watch every single film at least nominated for Best Picture, among others. If I have the time, my God. If you're on my Patreon page or YouTube member of my channel, then you know this month's theme is Best Screenplay, whether original or adapted, and the vote has been confirmed on which film review the patrons would love to see that won Best Screenplay. But for this year's upcoming Oscar-worthy films, having recorded this before the Oscar nominations are announced because of the wildfires, which my heart and soul goes out to you folks affected by this horrible tragedy. But not like this. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's talk about a film within the pack that I know is a lock for a Best Adapted Screenplay nomination, and in my opinion has a shot to actually win. That is Conclave, screenplay adapted from the 2016 novel of the same name by Peter Straughan, the fantastic Oscar-nominated screenwriter of the film version of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, whom he co-wrote with his wife, Bridget O'Connor, who also sadly passed away from cancer before the film was even released. It's a story that I honestly didn't think I would be too interested in, but became deeply enriched and fascinated by. The Pope suddenly dies, so the Dean Cardinal Thomas Lawrence, played brilliantly by Ralph Fiennes, organizes a papal conclave, which is a gathering of all the cardinals of the Cardinal College to vote for the next pope in their group. The scary thing is, whom can Dean Cardinal Thomas Lawrence trust as the new pope after discovering more and more secrets and scandals from each prominent candidate? This story and film has everything to be engaging, and in this day and age, there's nothing more fitting than watching a group of petty cardinals gossiping, spilling their own tea on each other, as it were. This is for sure a film that has to be powered by a damn good script, and damn good it is here. There are many passages that are just eloquently written, albeit sourcing from Robert Harris's novel, but the one monologue that still sticks out to me is from Rafe, where he has to convince the college of the new wave of voting, understanding times have changed, and the popes need to consider change and progression in their voting for the future, while still keeping the tradition and the mystery of faith alive.
Our faith is a living thing precisely because it walks hand in hand with doubt. If there was only certainty and no doubt, there would be no mystery, and therefore no need for faith.
It's beautifully done, and without a doubt, Ralph Fiennes deserves his third Oscar nomination for Best Actor here. Same with the dear Isabella Rossellini. I hope she does get nominated for Best Supporting Actress, for it would definitely be a veteran vote that I have no issue with. Isabella was always an artist that saw the beauty of each role, just like her mother, Ingrid. And as the endearing Sister Agnes, the lead housekeeper, she represents the truth after hours, what she sees and witnesses within the college that is never spoken, which can also be terrifying. She guides it well with her eyes. Offering some great support are everyone's favorites like Stanley Tucci and John Lithgow. God, we love seeing these two in anything, right? And director Edward Berger really is in strong form here, coming off strong from the success of his adaptation of All Quiet on the Western Front, filming on location in Rome, but building a set for the Sistine Chapel, of course. The production design team did wonderfully with adding the pristine beauty of the city, but also working with the DP to create such an enclosed urgency for the Cardinals to make a decision, almost like giving it a feel for a prison, trapped within their own church, and trapped within their own traditional ways.
They are sequestered, and they must be shielded from all news that may influence their judgment. You understand?
Through all of this progression and then regression because of traditional vainness, Edward Berger adds the small little detail of the turtles, which was a last-minute addition because Berger happened to find so many turtles in the area of Rome. And in many countries, turtles represent so many things such as wisdom and age, but then also transformation and change. So Berger felt in certain moments, those turtles are metaphorically speaking to what can or what isn't happening in the future of the Catholic Church, which I absolutely love. Sometimes certain stories really have to wow in order to make a real impact, which this film certainly did with its humor, surprisingly, and its suspense. Therefore, I give Edward Berger's Conclave an A-. If you've seen it, I certainly can't spoil the big twist at the end, because it's too good, and it does give the conclusion of this narrative a big oomph to remember that I think will resonate with today's generation for sure. The amount of Oscar nominations it will receive, I think is quite plentiful. From Best Actor, Fiennes, Best Supporting Actress, Rossellini, Best Adapted Screenplay for sure, but Best Score, my God, folks. Volker Bertelmann's score is the best thing about this. Volker is such an experimental composer, playing with the crystallophone being played by wet hands specifically to give it a dripping and conflicting feel to it. I know for sure Volker has to be nominated for a score, but I wouldn't be surprised if it garnered a Best Editing and Best Production Design nomination, not to mention a Best Picture nomination. But we shall see. Conclave, folks, have you seen it? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments. If you like this, please click like, subscribe to this channel as well as the Patreon channel, and stay tuned for many more of those reviews to come. Thank you all so very much for watching, and always remember the promise of a better future, no matter what.